is cold from after lab because of the rain, but my mouth and senses are on fire.
My tongue just itches so bad. Oh my god, I'm lightheaded. I'm swimming.
Breathing hurts.
I'm swimming. All the milk's gone. We drank all the milk.
What's going on, everybody? For the New River Battalion, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Harrison, and you're watching Torched Ones, the show where we have answers to your burning questions and even hotter wings. Today we're joined by two super motivated, high-speed, but spice-intimidated sophomores. Cadet Lance Demont hails from Indian Trail near Charlotte, North Carolina, which happens to be in Union County, one of the top 10 fastest-growing counties in the United States. Lance is a fire team leader and hotel company in the Corps of Cadets, and a team leader in the mighty Echo Company, Chase the Wolves. He is considering a future as an infantry officer, good answer, and comes from a family of service in our Army, including both his father and his grandfather. And he holds that Oreo ice cream is the epitome of human civilization. Cadet Trevor Ludwig is from Park Ridge, New Jersey, the former home of Hertz Corporation's corporate headquarters, which, like many former New Jersey residents, moved to Florida. Trevor is a fire team leader and hotel company in the Corps Cadets, and Charlie Company, Go Crocs, in Army RC. He will be the NCOIC of the Ordnance Organization within the Corps this fall, following the footsteps of such rugged individualists and former Torched Ones guests like Spencer Brooks, Nikolai Clayton, and John Maddock. Trevor also wants to be an infantry officer and says cookies and cream ice cream is superior, but I'm not honestly sure you can say it is fundamentally different from Oreo. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. What's your experience with spicy food?
Little and none, sir.
Spicy chicken sandwich, sir, from Chick-fil-A.
Well, we're going to cross beyond that threshold with the very first piece of chicken. So out of curiosity then, why did you want to come on the show? What brought you here?
Him, sir. Straightforward.
So, sir, I saw the video, I've seen every episode from episode 1 till last week's episode of JAG, and I always thought it looked really fun. I've seen hot ones on YouTube. It always looked fun. I was like, I want to go on there. And then I had to find someone else I wanted to go on there with. So I went to his room, and I was like, hey, you want to do this with me? And he was like, and I was like, I haven't had food either, it's okay. So then I got him to come on here with me, sir.
Never leave a fallen comrade to fall in the hands of the enemy. All right, well, let's jump in with our first piece of protein here, guys. These are boneless wings from Ridiculous Chicken, and we're starting with truffle. Enjoy.
So my hands are still a little cold. Definitely feel on my tongue.
Not that bad.
Just doable.
I love that sauce. Now, Lance, I know that here you have to clean your room on the reg. But apparently, once upon a time, you might have been a little less responsible. Tell us about the time that your dad recovered a glass of milk that, shall we say, had achieved its final form.
I'm in danger!
Well, sir, I wasn't the smartest high schooler. Didn't really clean my room that much. And well, I really liked, when we had chocolate cake, I always have a glass of milk with it. So, I would not finish the glass of milk sometimes, and I would finish the cake, and then I wouldn't be thirsty anymore. And I was pretty lazy in high school. I'm not lazy now, but I'm still pretty lazy. And well,
Inspired.
it's a lot coming from you. I would clean my room every now and then, and when I would, the dishes, multiple dishes and cups would all go down. And I just didn't clean my room in a while. The milk just kind of stayed there. And then I forget why, but my dad came up to my room, maybe wake me up or something. He saw the milk on my nightstand and was asking me, how long is that there for? The correct answer was not, I don't know. So then he says, you don't know. I don't know. He picked it up, shook it around, it didn't move. It did not move in the glass. It was solid. So then he brought it downstairs and tried to pour it out. Still didn't move, sir. So he had to turn the water on, get it to move it all, throw in the garbage disposal. But the glass was clean in the end. So No harm, no foul to the glass, sir.
This is the milk that I got out of my son's room a few minutes ago. I asked him how long it's been there. He said 2 days. I think it's been there a little bit longer than 2 days. It won't come out. This is not good.
You might owe your dad an apology for that one. Wow, that's crazy pants. All right, Trevor, you and Lance are both interested in pursuing a trip to Special Forces Assessment and Selection en route to potentially becoming Special Forces officers. What is it that's drawing you to the Green Berets?
Sir, I think it's more of like, I was always taught and grown up, like my mom's like, if you're able-bodied, you can end up doing something, then do it. So if I can end up challenging myself, if I can end up making it that far and end up like, I guess, being that strong, then why not? I kind of owe it to myself to end up doing it and to my mom.
That's cool. Did you know we got to visit some of the Special Forces courses at the Special Warfare Center last weekend?
No, sir, I did not.
So earlier this month, I took mostly graduating seniors who branched infantry, like you hope to do in the future, because that's a pretty common career path, as well as some others, including folks on the marksmanship team. And we got to watch the International Sniper Competition run by 2nd Battalion Special Warfare Training Group. Shout out to Lieutenant Colonel Scott Elliott and all the folks from the battalion, including Major Dave Coleman and everybody who made that a super special event. It was pretty awesome. Got to see the infamous Range 37 training complex at Fort Liberty, North Carolina, where Green Berets are born. It was really cool. So maybe you'll be there in the future. All right, anything you guys want to talk about before we move on?
Want me to ask my question
Yeah,
first?
sure, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, sir, so what do you think about the Army removing Pathfinder, like the Pathfinder course from Army TRADOC or like schools you can attend?
So the Pathfinder course still exists. It's still a course you can attend. At the end of it, you get a badge like this. I think the Army is looking at, especially when you think about what the Chief of Staff and the Secretary of the Army have put out recently about restructuring, we're looking at what capabilities do we need right now to fight in the near future, and then what do we need to build long term. So, and when we're looking at force structure, it's a question of what role does that formation play in future combat. And having Pathfinder companies just doesn't fit with our concept of what future war looks like, because we're not inserting platoons or companies of Pathfinders to create landing zones or drop zones for helicopters and aircraft and personnel. It's somewhat unlikely because of the integrated air defense threat that our enemies possess. That being said, they're great organizations. They've had different roles over the future. I would not be shocked if Pathfinder organizations are back with a slightly different role, and probably informed by technology and doing similar missions, because someone's always got to be out there doing reconnaissance and setting conditions. So there's still a role for Pathfinder operations in the Army, especially when you think about remote areas and doing resupply through what we call veers and gears and some of these systems. It's still a thing, and we still need the capability to launch.
Yes, sir. Thanks, sir.
Absolutely.
Well, sir, my question was just gonna be, what do you do day to day? Like, what is your
question.
day-to-day job?
Mostly fight the email monster. Think about what the executive officer and the chief of staff is meant to do in a battalion. It is checking on primarily the different staff functions, from the S3, the operations officer, the S1, the adjutant general or adjutant, right, who's doing human resources type functions, the S2, which here that's more focused on recruiting and advertising, not necessarily just intelligence in our program, because there's no enemy here, right? We're talking about educating people and getting them into our program. And then probably the hardest challenge are the last two, which is sustainment, making sure we have everything we need to train and educate you guys, but also to execute at things like FTX, field training exercises, or summer training or stuff like that, or how to communicate. So Poor Sergeant Nevejas in particular has that last job doing the S6 functions for the battalion in a very non-standard manner. So it's managing that. It's making sure that our professor of military science, the officer in charge, is getting what he needs to make decisions and to ensure that our program is meeting the standards we're supposed to. And then the time I have left over, fortunately, I get to dedicate to you guys, right? So guest instructing, coming in both here and at Radford, talking to all military science levels, bringing in some of my military background, experience, and education that's relevant, and helping you guys understand what the expectations are of you as a future officer are going to be, but also what we need you to learn while you're here en route to that. So I'm lucky because probably of all the cadre here, I have the least imposed events, and I get to make most of the rules for what I get to do. That's after what I do what Colonel Cogman tells me to do. So I get to do a lot of stuff I'm really passionate about. This is an example of we've been given latitude to do something fun like this, but also just the classes and the LPDs and things we put on. So that's mostly what I do.
Fair enough. I did not know that. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. All right, let's jump up, fellas. This is the Chicho Ghost. It's in the top 3 favorite sauces I had, if not them. Like, yeah, it's way up there. Enjoy.
All right.
That's good. Yeah, I like that. And you were nervous.
That first one hit me. I'm sorry. You were right about salivating, sir.
Okay, Trevor. What drew you to the Ordnance Club, and what kept you coming back?
Well, I knew a couple people on it, like Nikolai Clayton, and he said, come out. So I said, okay. And I ended up getting one of my buds, Tom Beta, ended up coming with me, and we both ended up making it on staff. And so, like I said, if I end up starting something, I finish it. So whether it be us maintaining rifles or us having like meetings or anything, I just showed up and kept it going.
Awesome. You know, I was actually talking to Carson Monternock earlier today. All right, go.
Hey, Eddie.
You guys are crazy. And she was talking to Gracie Schwab before that. We have both, I think, been steering forces in the ordnance organization previously, so
Yes, sir.
it's cool to see how people are passing along skills and discipline, and then it seems like a good experience to those that come behind them.
I agree with that, sir. We fight with some of those rifles, and some of the parts don't end up coming off, but we make them good in the end, sir.
Now, I got an email from your buddy Dave,
Yes.
and he told me to ask you a few things, so rapid fire. What happened with the airheads, Trevor?
Oh, wow. Sir, that was a while ago. I ended up going with my friends, and my friend ended up having some airheads at his house, and ended up taking a few, but I didn't realize it was Halloween candy for everybody else.
Pretty foul.
Yes, sir. And had to give him back some airheads, and I didn't. Was gonna give them back, but I was already eat them. So.
But you made it right.
Yes, sir.
That's important. Who is Jackie Robinson?
So, sir, originally I did not know who Jackie Robinson was.
The athlete.
I thought it was an actor at first. I didn't know that until I think my sophomore year of high school. So we were doing football warm-ups. They were asking me, and I was like, "Who's that? An actor?" Everyone just stopped and looked at me, and I was like, "Oh, I guess not." And now I know.
Now you know.
Now I
and
know.
knowing is half the battle. And then finally, why do you always think that you're right?
It's a joke that I have with my friends, but it always ends up circling around where at some point, some little part that I end up saying is right. So I always end up just looking at them and I go, "I'm always right." And they end up laughing, they hate it, but it works sometimes, sir.
Okay. Lance, rumor has it that you could give Forrest Gump a run for his money in ping pong. How does one acquire such skill?
Just practice, sir. Like Forrest Gump, he was just naturally good at it. He had that natural gift. I did not. And you just start practicing, and the more you play, and if you're in like a relaxed environment where you can chill and have fun and play, it's better than like in a serious tournament environment. So I was able to play more, just get the reps in, practice how you play, and just like everything, the more you do it, the better you get at it. And overall, I just became the best person at ping pong in my house, sir.
Oh, and so in your house, this is like a
And
family
and
battle
within my friend
royale?
group, sir.
Okay.
Back in high school, we had ping pong tournaments. I was the best, sir.
Okay. Ping pong was a big hit on my first deployment to Western Afghanistan. We would play it often, and the reigning champion was our local national interpreter, Ahmad Rashid Mahmoudi, ARM, that's what we called him. Interestingly, he's now a first lieutenant in the United States Army, He's Uncle Rashid to my kids, but he came over to the United States a couple years ago, and now he's the American dream. So
I remember seeing a post, I think, about that, sir.
you probably did. It was I think it was in a Torch Ones previously, but pretty cool. But I'm sure he can still absolutely spank me. All right, anything you guys want to talk about before we move on?
Sir, so going back to like the whole schools and like the Air Assault Pathfinder, have you ever done a Pathfinder operation outside of the school, or have you ever done like an Air Assault operation outside of Air Assault school before, sir?
Yes, I've absolutely done air assault operations. It's a fairly common thing, especially in IBCTs, Infantry Brigade Combat Teams, and SBCTs, Striker Brigade Combat Teams. Pathfinder operations, less so, but I have used the skills that I got at the course in both planning and execution. So haven't controlled as a DZSO or anything like that, a drop zone with people jumping in post Pathfinder school, but have done equipment delivery and resupply and things like that with the schools we learn at Pathfinder school. You also learn how to do the very detailed planning to put people inside of, or equipment inside of, or beneath both fixed wing and rotary wing aircraft, right? So planes or helicopters, and doing that, like building these tadpole charts and one nanas charts is what we call them, helps you do very detailed sequencing of operations. So definitely applied all that since.
It's cool, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
I think so, sir.
Let's get after it.
These first two were good, sir.
Good. This one, this is coffee
Smell
maple.
it. Ooh,
Maple coffee. But this is where we're going to jump up a little bit. I took the big one.
I already felt the last two in my stomach, so.
Bro, they're not bad.
For you.
They look good.
For you, maybe.
Drink the milk.
Lance, tell me about why revealing the awarding of your three-year national scholarship was so personally rewarding for you. What made it so special?
Sir, I had originally applied to West Point, and while applying to West Point, my mom and dad were both like very supportive, and they both were also very realist. They had said, if it doesn't work out, I need to have a backup plan. So we learned about the Army Scholarship when we were looking at schools for college, because I've always wanted to do Army ROTC. And when we found out about it, are you good?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm fighting it. We're good.
When we found out about it, I started working towards both of them at the same time. And then I received a scholarship one day, and I was upstairs in my room, and I had submitted my packet for the scholarship, I believe either like a day before or the day of the first board. So technically I submitted it late, but I was talking with, I believe, a lieutenant colonel or a colonel who was on the board from the University of Tennessee, Knoxville's Army ROTC program, because I visited there to have my interview I needed for the scholarship. I spoke with him, turned in my packet, and he said that he would expedite it for me. And it got to the second board, and then I checked my computer, I checked the web page after second board, saw that I had won it, and then I was really excited, went downstairs with my mom with my laptop, and I was like, hey, can you do this email for me real quick? I don't know if there's like a good email or not. And then she walks over, and it's just the top of the screen where it says scholarship, and then a big yellow box saying winner, sir. So it was really nice. I got to share the moment with her. We were just both really happy.
That's cool. I got to tell my mom on her birthday, because I had some godmurk drama, right? As many of us do. I got to tell her on her birthday, as part of her birthday present, that I passed my Dobmer physical, and I'd already been accepted, so that then I was going to West Point. That was a pretty cool birthday present. It was fun.
It's cool, sir.
I love a good sneaky reveal. I've done many in my life, so well played.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good now. I'm good now.
Trevor,
Yes, sir.
enlighten me. What is white girl music, and why do you both like it so much?
Yes. So, sir, something that my friends and I end up doing back at home when we're just like late night, we're like playing Xbox or something, we get a little bored, we'll pick each other up and we'll start driving around. So maybe like Katy Perry, early 2000 hits, anything like that. TikTok, like any of those songs. I consider that white girl music, and we all sing along to it.
So just pop music.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, sir, I really like white girl music because most of the time, like, it is pop music, and it's just like it's happy music. There's no real sad white girl music. There's like most pop music's happy. So if you're in a good mood, or like it's a football game and you're trying to dance, like just had a party, like anything you're in a good mood for, white girl music just helps. I have a white girl music playlist of like 80 songs long, and it has Miley Cyrus, Katy Perry, Ellie Goulding. It has a bunch of just like big pop artists on there. Some Shakira, Rihanna, like all pop music, sir.
Alex Ariza and several of the folks on the International Sniper trip we made a playlist for my van as we were driving down. Jack Carlin was in charge of running everything as the cadet in charge, and I think it was Alex or someone added Ellie Goulding, I think it's Lights. And every time that came on, people woke up from taking a nap
I had a way there.
to
Sing the song and be excited. Yes, sir.
It's a new phenomenon for me, but I guess if you like it, you like it.
Lights by Ellie Goulding has that effect on everybody, sir.
Not this guy. After hearing it for the 5th time in about 4 hours, I was like, we're gonna move on. All right, speaking of moving on, anything you want to talk about?
Well, sir, now you know what white girl music is. Would you consider that you like it?
Not really. It's just not my genre. I'm fairly eclectic. I'm just pop music is not really in my zone of consideration. I'm a metalhead. I like classic. I like old school country. It's probably my biggest musical draws.
Besides white girl music and pop, sir, I'm more new country with like Morgan Wallen, Zach Bryan, Luke Bryan.
Top 3 country music artists of all time, and why is the first Luke Bryan? Go.
I don't care about Luke Bryan at all.
I only got into country when I got here, sir. I was one of those kids that listened to like pop and rap in high school, so now I'm here.
We're two sides of the musical divide, but we can still enjoy each other's presence and spicy wings.
Yes, we can, sir.
All right, let's get after it, fellas. This is Zuzu's 7 Pop. You're doing great. Keep it up.
See, you were nervous for nothing. Eat the whole thing.
That's weird.
That's a weird initial taste.
That's what I think. That feels familiar. I don't want to say lemony, but like, is this that?
I'd say there's definitely some citrus notes.
You feeling it?
All right, Trevor.
Yes, sir.
How did you and Lance meet? And what has motivated you to continue your friendship?
I probably think the first time we met was freshman year on FTX with our mutual friend Evelyn Dunn.
I know Evelyn, she's awesome.
Yes. And just through them, we kind of just see each other around, and then we ended up getting both shuffled in the hotel together. And ever since then, we just stop by each other's doors. We see each other in the hallways. We,
That picked up.
Wow, my tongue.
It wasn't bad at the start. It got.
Oh, we got this. We're good.
One more.
We're good.
Lance,
Yes, sir.
your grandfather retired as a CW4 and a Vietnam veteran from Army.
Yes, sir.
Your father served in a long-range reconnaissance and surveillance team in Korea.
You did, sir.
How did their service and apparently his ghillie suit at Halloween
Yes, sir.
influence your decision to come here?
Well, sir. Wow, that picked up a lot.
We're good.
Sir, ever since I can remember, like, I've never had the issue of what I want to do when I grow up. I always knew I wanted to go into the Army. I don't know how. My dad never pushed it. My grandfather never pushed it. It's just
I split them up, sir. I got
It's
one of
just-
my fingers over here.
something that happened, sir. Like, I've always wanted to. And thank you, sir. When I got older, and like I was able to understand better what it was and what it would require, and like what it really meant as a person, like, and serving for the country and whatnot. Once I learned what it all really meant, I really liked the idea of it even more, and I started working more towards it. And then that's eventually like how I ended up here. Like freshman year, like ever since probably freshman year of high school, all my friends knew I wanted to go in the Army. I was always wearing like either West Point clothes or just some form of camo. And like you said, Halloween when I was younger, I would wear my dad's ghillie suit and I would be a little sniper. It was fun. Ever since I was little, sir. Always knew I wanted to.
Cool. I come from a military family as well. Both my parents served. And my brother preceded me into the Army, and my younger brother followed us both as well. So definitely can be a family affair sometimes, but glad you had that experience.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. What do you guys want to talk about?
Sir, I have a question for you.
Hit me.
You ended up coming in saying that you played. You asked us if we played Helldivers.
Yes.
You said you played on PS5 and Xbox. Well, I would like to ask you which is the superior console.
That's bait.
I'm not a console fanboy. I think the Flame Wars are absolutely ridiculous and indicative of people that need more to do with their lives. That being said, I've enjoyed console gaming since I was a kid. I used it to stay connected with my nephews and my niece, who are actually students here right now, when I was gone a lot. Because I've basically been gone for almost 20 years since I graduated high school about an hour away and went off to New York, and then I've been stationed all over the country. It's also something my wife and I have done over the years to stay connected. So I would not pick one. I play Xbox more, I would say, than PlayStation, but I enjoy both, and I don't get caught up in all the nonsense. So it's probably not the answer you wanted.
It's okay, sir. Hey.
Absolutely.
So, sir, that we have Armory coming to the battalion next year, don't we, sir?
We will have what's called an RMAG. So yes, it will be think of it as a container that serves as an arms room, and we'll be getting our rifles and crew-served weapons, so saws and 240s, which are the basic infantry weapons they use in a normal formation, so you guys can have a little more hands-on training closer to where you live.
How much background work did it take to get that here, sir?
Oh, tremendous amount of work. So first it started long before I was here with Colonel Cogbill and Kurt Armstrong and the previous S4 team. And it's continued with Miss Gunyon carrying a great amount of work and Captain Dufault through sheer effort and unwilling to take a no. Plus, it's worth noting the support of the president of the university and lots of people throughout the academic side and administration. So it's been a team effort the whole way. It'll end up over by the police station, and I'll have all the appropriate alarms and sensors and things there to respond in case somebody decided they wanted to try to get inside, but it's going to be a great thing to get.
It's good, sir.
Bells and whistles.
Okay, here we are, fellas. You've done great, but here we are staring at the last dab. Now, it is tradition around here.
I'm breathing straight out of my mouth, in and out of my mouth. That helps.
I'm too.
It's helping.
I'm too.
To put a little something extra, you don't have to. I won't judge you.
How much you throwing on?
I gotta throw on a decent amount.
I'm shaking. I don't know how much more. We'll throw some on. Alright. Just a little drop. It's enough.
I got a bigger wing though, so
It'll be enough for the taste.
I tried to make them even. It's a healthy dab, Trevor.
That's good, Trevor.
sir, before we end up taking this wing, I would like to end up doing something from my good friend Cadet Coggins. He taught me this, and I would like to shout him out. If you would like to follow along. One love, sir. One love.
All right. Good job, Coggins. Gentlemen, best of luck, Godspeed, cheers.
Cheers, cheers. Oh, God. Okay. Hopefully that. Not that bad. Yeah.
So how do you not seem affected by this?
I'm in the same place you are. Just there's something wrong with me. All right, Lance, his last dab takes a bat to our fight-or-fight reflexes and significantly disrupts our cognitive processes. Tell us about the time you got hit in the head by a baseball twice in one inning. What gives, bro?
Well, sir, back when I was younger, like in elementary school and in middle school, I played baseball, and it was the first level of kid pitch.
Oh, wow.
It was the first level of kid pitch, and I was the leadoff batter in the inning. It was like the second or third pitch he threw. It just hit me inside the head. I'm helping on, so I was okay, but why are you doing the water? Do the milk.
Because I can't go for the milk yet. I got an ego. I can't.
So then I got hit, and I never like moved away from the ball. I always got hit by the ball. Probably I'm a little messed up now today, sir, but I ran out the bases, scored. Somehow I came back up again, went through the whole batting lineup, and then he hit me again. He didn't mean to. He was visibly upset each time, but it happened. I didn't score the second time though, but I still got hit in the head twice. Definitely contributed.
How happy Gilmore of you?
Water's not helping.
Trevor, bring us across the finish line. You said hamburgers are superior to tacos. So, what makes the perfect hamburger, and who's making it for you?
Sorry. Oh, now I got milk.
Hey, at least that milk's liquid. It's not solid this time.
Oh, that helps so much. Okay, sir, for me, I like a bacon cheeseburger actually, but I used to get my burgers well done, but not anymore.
Hey, hurry up.
I get my burgers medium rare now. I like them from Habit Burger.
Say again?
Habit Burger. It's a place up in New Jersey. Me and my friends always we call them habit dates. And we sit down on a Thursday. We all come together. We just get Habit Burger, sir.
Okay, I'll have to check it out next time I'm in the Garden State.
It's good.
Any final questions, gents?
Sir, how have you not reached for the milk or felt anything?
I've been here before. And it's kind of like doing the plank, man. You gotta just exist. Because here's what's happening right now inside your body. You're waiting on your body to metabolize that neurotoxin we call capsaicin. That's contained in all these sauces, right? And every time you take a drink of water or drink of milk, it's just moving the oil that contains the capsaicin around your mouth. And you're just pushing it further. Because what I found since I started doing like really spicy stuff, time is the only solution to this problem. You just gotta embrace the inevitable.
Sir, is my face red?
You're good, you're fine. Well, gents, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
You made it to the top of the mountain. This camera, this camera, this camera. Tell the people what you got going on in your life.
You got a lot going on. Just putting my head down, riding the wave, and see where the stones fly. One love, Justin Coggins.
Well, just doing what he said, put my head down, grinding, getting through the rest of the year, betting myself for the summer. Come back next semester, kill it, do great, sir.
Outstanding. Hey, thanks for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did.
Oh,
River Forge.
taste the wolves.
Crocs.
Done.
Two different boys like secret. Every time I see you, I wanna say.
Gotta go harder.
Been awesome.